if your brain replays conversations like it's getting paid to do it, this video is for you. In this video, I'm going to give you 3 very simple and quick to implement steps to stop overthinking without positive thinking, forcing calm, or trying to control your thoughts. This is the exact framework that I teach my coaching clients who feel mentally exhausted but know they're highly capable and that they have powerful minds. This is a simple 3-step technique to help you gain control back and stop the spiraling. Hey, if you're new to my channel, my name is Trish Blackwell. I am a mindset and confidence coach. I help people optimize their capacity and their potential using how we think, and we do that through tactical strategies like this, 3-step strategies, journaling, and simple things that are not time consuming because you're busy. Things that you can implement into your day-to-day life. So if that's your jam, make sure you follow, hit subscribe. But let's dive into the coaching for today. All right, straight to it. Step number 1 is to name the pattern, not the problem. Often we get stuck in the loop because we think, oh my gosh, I'm overthinking this. I can't figure this out. This is such a hard problem. We get in the weeds. And overthinking, by the way, could be about a conversation you had. It could be about choosing which flights or which hotel to get, which country to visit next, what school to go to, what to major, any major decision or minor decision, overthinking what to order at the grocery store or what to order at a restaurant, overthinking which coach to invest in. Look, I want to teach you how to trust your brain. So we're going to stop naming the problem and name the pattern, because overthinking can feel like problem solving, but it's actually mental looping. And all I want you to do is call yourself out in this step 1 and name the pattern. I'm overthinking this. We're going to call ourselves out. Awareness gives us power. And what also does is it separates us and gives us the ability to separate where we are. The brain is seeking certainty, not necessarily truth. And so I want you to just simply acknowledge, this is my overthinking loop. I don't need to fix this, but I do want to separate it. Naming it creates distance, and a distance, what's so beautiful about distance lowers emotional intensity. Once we lower the emotional intensity, we can clean it up. So the next thing that you're going to do in step 2, and before I even say that, remember, this could be for major decisions, major events, down to maybe you're just mentally rehearsing future scenarios, overthinking in any capacity. Step 2 is to move from the thought to the body. The way we do that is we grab pen and paper first and foremost. We identify the pattern. You say, oh my gosh, I'm in a mental loop. I'm overthinking this. Acknowledgement gives us power. That awareness separates us, lowers the emotional distance, like we said. Now we're going to write down the thought that you're thinking. I want you to write down very simply, what am I actually afraid of? We often overthink because we're like, I got to do this right. I can't mess this up. I don't want to choose the wrong thing. It's all riding on this. We put so much pressure on ourselves. So sometimes we can just, again, increase the emotional intensity of it, increase the distance that we feel by writing down, I'm overthinking in this scenario because I'm afraid that blank. And then I want you to regulate in the body. Once you look at that statement on paper, I want you to use your breath to regulate yourself. And this doesn't have to be woo-woo. This doesn't have to be massively intensive or complicated. You are going to take 3 deep breaths. And that is a physiological sigh, so to speak. It's a sign to tell yourself, this is done. You could also do gentle movement. You could take a 5-minute walk. You could change the environment, hop in the shower, do something small, physical in your body to say, okay, I'm exiting the thinking loop. Thinking is not action. We have to think, write it down, separate from the thought, get back into our body. And then we move to step 3. And step 3 is action. It's going to look different in every scenario, but step 3 is to give the mind a job. When we can't decide or there's a deadline that's extended, we keep ruminating. And the mind is going to continue to overthink when it lacks closure. We want to give our brain closure, and open-ended questions, they fuel loops. And we want to go from what if to asking ourselves, what's my next tiny step? What's the next right move? was one thing that I can do. We're not going to figure the whole plan out. We're going to say, what's the best next step of action for me to take? It's that simple. And I want to tie this in. Why is this three-step process so powerful, right? It's awareness, it's acknowledging that you're in an overthinking loop, it's writing it down and identifying that overthinking is often fueled by fear. Write down what you're most afraid of in that loop, and that will take half of its power away. And we connect to the body, and then we focus on action after that. Once we're back in our body and we're out of our thinking and back into ourselves and our body, we take the next right tiny step, not the whole plan, just the next step. Because confidence grows. What's beautiful about this, if you apply these three steps, your confidence will grow because you are teaching yourself that you can move without certainty. We live in a world that has no certainty. And so the people who navigate it with confidence, they have confidence because they know they can navigate uncertainty because they are certain in themselves that they can handle anything that comes their way. And this process will help you do exactly that. Now, if overthinking tends to show up the most when you're replaying conversations in your head or worrying about something you said socially, you need to watch my next video on how to stop replaying conversations because that's a specific overthinking loop and it needs a different interrupt. And that's a longer video. I got you really in-depth interrupts. And in that video, I'll show you how to shut down the mental replays without self-criticism, without white knuckling it, and without replaying and rewriting the whole conversation in your mind. Your thoughts don't need to disappear for you to feel calmer. You just need to know what to do when they show up. So I'll see you on the next video.